Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here. We're coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. And joining us is Roger Curtis. Roger is the Executive Director of Youth Solutions, headquartered in Benton Harbor, Michigan. And Roger, we have known you for quite a while in several varieties of jobs. Run those down, if you would, because you've got a great background. Do you remember them
Uh,
all?
yeah, I think I do. At least a few. So I was in the music business for a while in Los Angeles, was in NASCAR in North Carolina, was president of Michigan International Speedway here in Michigan for 10 years. I was director of talent and economic development for Governor Snyder. I was vice president of public affairs for Consumers Energy. I was on school board in Onstead, Michigan for 2 terms. And now I am absolutely blessed and thrilled to be the executive director of Youth Solutions. So, what a great place. All those experiences led me here, I think.
Well, and it's great to have a wide variety of experiences because you get that perspective from several different areas. So,
Well, yeah, and it's what we do at Youth Solutions too now. It's about career pathways for youth, and I'm a great example of you can have multiple pathways and still have a very successful life. So,
well, I am not a great example of youth finding a passageway, okay, but I appreciate. All right, listen, let's talk a little bit about Youth Solutions. What is it you do?
well, I'll tell you, let me start with just little bit of history. So, we started as Jobs for Missions graduates. That's what a lot of people probably still know us as. And that was about 15 years ago. That is an affiliate of, there's a national organization called Jobs for America's Graduates. They're almost 50 years old. And they were looking for an affiliate in Michigan where what JAG does is it goes in and we identify the most at-risk, underserved youth in schools and work with them to, one, get them graduated, two, make sure they have a plan for post-secondary success. It's very student-centered, demand-focused. So what are the careers and pathways and your aptitudes that you're good at? Build that plan, and also in this whole process make sure that they have the essential skills to be successful in that pathway. And so we started in Benton Harbor High School 15 years ago with 76 youth, and we've now expanded to be serving close to 7,000 youth all across the entire state, and very excited about that. But we have also evolved, not just with Jobs for Michigan's graduates, but we became Youth Solutions as we started to understand that we're doing a great job helping these youth with JMG all around the state, but there still is a lack of career focused education for all youth in schools, middle school and high school in particular. So we've started to evolve into what we call a multi-tiered system of support for schools, which is essentially just we can do the intensive work with a youth like JMG does one-on-one with a mentor coach, or we can do a grade level, or we can do an entire school. So we've evolved quite a bit from our days 15 years ago, but we still have Jobs for Michigan's graduates, most certainly.
Roger, how are you guys funded?
We get a big allocation from Labor and Economic Opportunity. We appreciate that. So state government is a big piece of it. Several other foundations, Strata Education Foundation is one that helped us pilot one of our new services called Foundations, which is about changing the entire culture of a school to become career focused. So we appreciate Strata. We started with 15 schools, and we now have a wait list of probably that many that would like to add foundations. And we continue to grow JMG. Obviously, we have 16 Michigan Works partners around the state. They help us fund that work as well because they braid additional youth funding that they get from federal programs and things like that. So for every dollar we invest, they can bring $2 or $3. And we have unique partnerships like with Boys and Girls Club around the state as well.
Yeah. Well, obviously it makes sense that Leo got involved and Susan there because the biggest problem that we're confronting in the business community is talent. Tell me a little bit about your goals for 2025.
We want to continue to grow. We're now servicing 12,800 youth across the state, but there are 760,000 grades 6 through 12 students. And there is a real lack of career focused education for all of those. And look, Whereas I focused on JMG with the most at-risk underserved youth, the lack of, we believe youth can't be what they can't see.
Yeah.
And that's what a big part of the career gap is here in Michigan, is youth don't know what opportunities are out there. You know, they grow up, they know police, fire, doctor. There are so many other opportunities. Even youth that are in English language arts classes think the only thing I can be is a journalist or a writer, and yet we can go in with our services and show the teachers and the youth both that, you know what, you can, what you're learning in ELA is not just for writing. You could start to do predictive analytics, and that leads to all kinds of different career pathways and conversations around career awareness. So there's a lot missing in our schools. Department of Education is working hard. They just rolled out a new career development model, which I'm very proud our team helped write. And so we can go to schools now and really help them integrate that career focused education. It's very, very important to close that talent gap here in Michigan.
You're absolutely right. And thanks for exposing all those students to opportunity, because that's what it's about. Roger Curtis, Executive Director of Youth Solutions in Benton Harbor. It's always good to see you, my friend. Now stay in this capacity for a while. We need you.
I will. I absolutely love it. So thanks for having me to share about it.
All right. Good to have you on. And good to have all of you viewing Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with more.